Got it. Record. Here we go. All right. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Monday. This is going to be a big one. Super excited to have Sarah and Tony Zolecki in the house with us for our hustlers. Never miss a Monday. So throw them some love in the chat box. You guys, I'm so excited to have you with our team tonight. This is Hustlers with Heart. We are
Hi,
that you're here. So this is Sarah and Tony Zolecki. I know I was telling them a little bit about you, but you guys are like, icons in the industry. You've been
They're
with
rock
Modere.
stars, man.
Yes, you've been with Modere forever, and I just want them to hear all the good stuff from the two of you. And I'm just so grateful that you are here plugging in with us. This is amazing, and take it away because I respect your time.
Oh, yay. Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for being on. Oh, my gosh. We're super honored. We had a chance to hang out with Carrie was it last week now, I guess? Because it's only Monday today. So, yeah, it would have been last week. And it was great because, we had talked about jumping on here. And, it's just so cool. We've never really had a chance to be on a team Zoom with you guys. So it's just so fun. And I just think for us, our whole thing is, when we jump on team Zooms, it's just important to you guys I think it's important that, a lot of times people ask us like, why are you guys still doing all these team Zooms and doing all this stuff? And, for us, we just never forgot where we came from. You know what I mean? We're two Midwest kids that, both were working jobs when we were 13 and 14 years old. And we just knew to have incredible work ethic and be good to people. And, you know what I mean? Like, and that's all we really have known our whole life. And so I think here, getting involved in this business and then, obviously going through, just the ebbs and flows of becoming an entrepreneur, right? And for a lot of us, we're like, oh my gosh, this is so brand new and so kind of crazy. And yet here we are. I look back at, the last 25 years of being in this business, for us, these Zooms are really important because I remember being on calls before there were Zooms where I would hear people and they just gave me so much hope. You know what I mean? And they also sometimes said things where I was like, oh my gosh, like I actually feel like I have a shot at this. Like maybe I can really do this. Maybe I can, pull this off. And, just the possibility of what could be. And so that's all we hope that we can give you guys in the next few minutes that we have is just to help you kind of open up your just dream space and vision of, okay, like, you kind of go from like crossing your fingers saying, oh my gosh, like, please let this be everything Carrie's been telling me. And I've been doing the system, but I haven't been getting the results to like, yeah, I've got this. You know what I mean? Going from the crossing the fingers to that knowing. That's all we really want to help you guys do is to do that and really just learn how to step into like the best version of yourself. Right. And, one of the things that I think is so important in this business. I think a lot of you guys, you're incredible at, gathering customers, right, and building customer pods. But we also want to help you guys build a team, right? And I know some of you guys on here, maybe that's not you. Maybe you might be saying, well, I don't really want to build a team. And that's okay. If you don't, just put earmuffs on for right now for a little while we talk about this. But if you do want to build a team, I want to share with you guys just kind of just some concepts that were shared with us that just really helped wrap our head around recruiting and just get solid, and I think it's really important for all of us to really understand that, our business is really about, I think there's probably I think it's all girls except two dudes, right? You guys, that's it.
Frank.
Yeah, you and Frank. But there's, but the reason I share that is that, we as women, like we're really good at building friendships and cultivating relationships. And those are skills that we have, right? And so this business at the end of the day, that's what it's really about. This last month, I brought in, gosh, what, seven people so far, right? I know Carrie's like, she's such a great recruiter. Like, she's awesome. She probably just like, oh, I do that all the time. I don't do that all the time anymore. After 9 years, I don't do that all the time. But, I think, for us, it's really because we've been cultivating and building those friendships. It's not like, oh, everybody just says yes to Sarah and Tony. That is not true. I mean, these relationships are relationships that I've been very intentional building and not necessarily talking about Modere, but just loving on them and being their friend and building that trust. And and creating, that camaraderie with them. And so I think that one of the questions you need to ask yourself is, are you every day cultivating friendships? Like what are you really doing? Are you really building the friendships, right? Not just doing a reel, not just doing a story, not just doing a post, but like, are you really working and cultivating those friendships? And that for me really has been our secret sauce in this business. Is that's our stickiness, right? Our stickiness of people coming in, but then also people staying around is that friendship, right? That we've worked really hard on building and establishing and maintaining, years and years and years on, right? So I think what's important for you to also realize, I tell people one of the very first trainings that I ever got in network marketing, and then I want to have Tony share, we'll kind of go back and forth, but is imagine, you have to imagine like your entire business is like an apple tree, right? It's like an apple tree. I know it sounds kind of silly, but just kind of go with me here, okay? The apple tree. And all the apples on the tree are prospects, right? And all those apple trees are basically, I tell people there's 3 types of prospects in your business, okay? Now, the first type of apple is a green apple, right? Now, outside of Granny Smith apples, if any other apple was green, would it be ripe? No, right? So one thing you have to understand is 90% of the people that you talk to are going to be a green apple. We got to stop being bummed out and discouraged and thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this, when someone says no, or not now, or the time, whatever. And you just have to learn how to say, oh, I guess they're a green apple. And I think too, when you learn to be okay that 90% of the people that you talk to are not going to be right at the time, you just don't freak out about the business anymore. Because I don't know about you guys, I used to freak out all the time. I was like self-sabotage myself and be like, why isn't this happening quicker? Or why is everyone saying no? And I had to remember, like, Sarah, 90% are green apple, right? And then what do we have after a green apple? The second type of apple is a red apple, right? Those are ripe. Those are ripe. Those are hanging, right? You barely got to touch them and they fall right into your hand, right? Some of you guys, maybe you've experienced this, right? If you have a team that started, some of you haven't, but you will experience it, right? Where it's like you could have the worst invite, you could do a terrible follow-up, you could use all the wrong tools, but guess what? They're ready to go. They're like, I'm in. I want to do this, right? Because they're right. They just like plop right into your hand, right?
And don't say, really? You want to do this? That's not the right thing to say.
In your mind, you might want to say, I've done it a few times where they're like, you're real? I'm like, okay, all right, well, let's do this. But then the third type of apple is a rotten apple, okay? Those are the rotten apples on the ground. Here's the mistake that most of us make, and I've been so guilty of this, guys, is that most of the time we focus on the rotten apple. We are focusing so much on the rotten apple that we don't realize in our tree, there are red, ripe, low-hanging fruit that are screaming for you to pick them, but you're focusing on the rotten apple. It's the neighbor next door that told you you're in a pyramid deal. It's your best friend that, bought product and then said, oh my God, I don't like the taste of the trim, and they turned it back. You know what I mean? I don't like the label in the shampoo bottle, right? You know what I mean? Like those things, right, that happen are sometimes what I call the rotten apples. And so a lot of times we're so focused on that we miss all the incredible fruit that's on our tree, right? And I always tell people, you got to learn how to take those rotten apples and let them become the motivators in your business. Right? I have a guy that I've been involved in 3 network marketing companies, right? 25 years. Theyre is our third, right? But in between, I was actually working in the mortgage business, and I was working at the height, right? Before like the bubble hit, people were like making money like with their eyes closed. I mean, it was just crazy, right? And I remember when I was working in there was a guy that was a loan officer, and he was like high in his hog, and he's just whatever. And I'll never forget, I decided that I was going to get back into network marketing. And I remember, his name is Mark, by the way. And I won't give his last name because I don't want you guys to send any nasty messages to him. But anyway, so I'll never forget, like, he was like, oh, you know what? You're never going to be able to make what I make in the business. You'll never be able to, those things don't work. And I remember he just grinded me out, And in my mind, like, I was so angry about it. I was so upset. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm the type of person, if someone tells me that I can't do it, I'm just like, you totally just told me the wrong, like you should have never told me that. Like, I'm going to show you, I'm going to make this happen, whatever. And I remember, learning about, the story of the apples, right? And I said, oh my gosh, Mark's my rotten apple. And I just made a decision that I'm like, this is going to be my driver. And I let Mark like be the one that when I didn't want to do another reel, when I didn't want to do another story, when I didn't want to do a post, when I didn't want to do a reach out, when I didn't want to do another follow-up, when I didn't want to go live, right? Because I was scared to death to do it. When I didn't want to do some of these things in the business that I was afraid to do, I pushed through because of him. Every single one of us, we have to learn how to we all have rotten apples in our, and if we haven't, that means we're not talking to anybody, by the way. Okay. So if you don't have any rotten apples, we got to start talking to people, but we have to learn how to take those rotten apples and let it be the driver for you guys. Let it be the driver. It's kind of like, how many of you guys remember in the movie Dirty Dancing when she says, oh no, nobody puts baby in the corner? That's how I felt, guys. Okay. Some of you guys, you need to get to that place. There's nothing wrong with being upset and being mad and coming out kicking and screaming and like standing up for something. Like that's kind of where I got in my business. I finally got to the point where I was like, enough is enough, right? We all know, we all are part of the amazing system. Like we all have the same tools, right? Sometimes my mentor shared with me, says, sometimes you know what you need to do, Sarah? You need to just turn your brain off and do the work. How many guys are guilty of that? Turn your brain. So I'm giving you permission tonight to turn your brain off and do the work. Some of you guys have been procrastinating and, just kind of like waiting to see and trying to get ready and whatever. And I'm like, oh no, like this is not the time to do that. The time now is just to turn off the brain and do the work. And by doing the work, you'll get the results.
Now, here's the thing, too. We got to let you know, we still got 4 or 5 days.
Yes.
Is that we're doing a big event in actually Nashville. It's a suburb, Franklin, Tennessee, this weekend, Friday and Saturday. So anybody that's near Tennessee that can drive, that can figure out a way to get there, there's still time for you to get there. Friday night, we're doing a leadership training like from 5 to 8. And then on Saturday, we have a full day from 10 to 3. And it's going to be the Meltons, the Zoleckis, the Teagues. And we got a bunch of awesome surprise guests that are coming in from corporate. It's going to be like an incredible event. So if you're close to Tennessee and you can get there, like I want you to know that we still have room for you.
Yes.
We'd love to see you. It's going to be a game-changing weekend. I mean, it is going to be spectacular what we do. So we have to mention this because we typically don't do this, right? We typically don't do.
No, we've never done a
hotel
live event.
meetings, training events, But me and John were laughing today because we're like, man, we're going to be in front of people, and it is going to be awesome, just training and teaching. But what you got to understand, talking to Carrie and Frank is like, we've got so many big plans for this team with you ranking, with you growing, with you really creating new stories, reinventing yourself. I mean, it is going to be an incredible end of the month in August. And, we get into the busiest time of the year here, September, October, November. If you've been in those months with us the last year or two, I mean, you guys know what happens, right? It is mayhem, right? I mean, there's so much going on, but what's important, like the reason we're running so hard now is because we want to go into the busiest time of the year with momentum, with our pipeline full of people, with more video out there and content out there and posts out there and people looking at your stuff, right? Because all that builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And that's why a lot of times, when Sarah says, man, 7 new people this month, well, that just has been building from, the last 3 months, 6 months, year of us consistently running. So the biggest thing that we wanted to share tonight is, the Rank Up Bank Up bonus is going away at the end of August. And we've got something that we want to share with you that I think we're going to like really get you excited tonight. Do you want to kind of walk them through it?
Yeah. So here's the thing. If you don't know about the bonus yet, make sure you get with Carrie and she'll hook you up. She'll give you all the details of it. Okay. But it is awesome, guys. I mean, Theyre, like there's some serious cash in this summer bonus on the seller side and the builder side. It is awesome. But here's the one thing that our goal is to really help every single one of you in the month of August get your summer bonus. So one of the things that we were talking about is we're like, how can we make sure that we can support this team as much as possible and just make it happen? And so, between Carrie and Frank and Tony, we kind of put some stuff together. And so this is what we're going to do. Okay. And you guys know we're busy, but listen, we want to pour into you guys because we're committed to Carrie and Frank. Like, we're committed to help create great success stories out of this team. And so this is what we're going to do. Okay. So for any one of you guys that you're like, I want to rank up this month. I want to get to the next rank, right? Or I want to get back to what I was at, whatever it may be, right? Which is, no matter what, guys, it's awesome, right? We just want to help you get your bonus. Right? It's a win. For any of you guys who are like, I'm all in. Okay. After this call, get together with Carrie and say, hey, I'm in. We're actually going to create a private chat. Okay. And so we're going to create a private chat for 30 days or 31 days. Is it 31 days or 30?
Well, we still got a couple days.
Well, no, what's August? 30,
yeah, 31.
I'm horrible. Okay. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Who cares? You guys know. Okay, whatever. Okay. So at the end of the month, right? End of August. And we're going to hang out every day. Okay. And what we're going to do is that we're going to give you guys assignments every day that's going to help you move the dial in your business to make sure you can hit your goal. Okay. We're going to have a ton of fun in there. It's going to be awesome, but we're going to be working in there. Now, these assignments are going to be simple. They're not like, go talk to 5 people. Okay. We're not going to do scary stuff like that. We're going to be like, go do a follow-up. Let's connect with somebody on your chicken list and come back and let us know. We're going to say, go do a reel, come back and let us know. Go do a story, go do a post, right? Do a customer follow-up, whatever it is, right?
Go ask for a referral.
Yeah, ask for a referral, right? So we're going to do a lot of fun stuff that way through the entire month, just to kind of keep us all on track. And guess what's going to be cool? I'm going to be doing it too. Carrie's going to be doing it too. Tony's going to be doing it too. Frank's going to be doing it too, right? We're all in it together. And this is what we're going to do at the end of this chat, at the end of the month, right? Whoever out of the whole chat hits their summer bonus, you guys are actually going to go into a raffle. And we're going to do a really cool raffle with a bunch of different prizes, really cool stuff. It's not going to be like, a $10 gas card. You know what I'm saying? There going to be some good stuff in this thing. Okay. My love language is gifts. Okay. So let's just put it that way. So we're going to do this. So if that's you guys, you know what, let Carrie know. We're going to start the chat August 1st, maybe even a day earlier, kind of get stuff rolling, but we're going to have a ton of fun in there. We feel like this is the best way that we can support you guys and really help you guys hit that summer rank up bonus, and have a ton of fun doing it. Plus, it will allow us to all get to know each other, on a whole other level too. And it'll be a lot of fun as well.
Yeah. And when we're all doing it as a team, I mean, it's just way funner. You know what I mean? You don't think so much about what you're doing. Is that a word,
funner?
Yeah, I think so.
That's why she's laughing. The teacher's laughing. I'm like, I don't know if that's a word, but that's all right.
I'm really good at just kind of
we don't
creating words.
Yeah, we don't.
You guys know what I mean. But it just helps us because I think, it's like I was talking to someone today and they're just so in their head. And I'm like, you're thinking about this way too hard. You're making this way too big of a deal. Like, you have to stop. And because it's like, you're not able to do any of the reach outs because of everything that's going on up here. And I think that's for a lot of people in our business, right?
Oh yeah.
We just we head trip things. When we're in our head, we're dead is my famous line. And I just think, if we can do it together and we can encourage one another, inspire one another, help each other just kind of walk through that fear and walk through that doubt and, walk through all that kind of anxiety, and we can do it together. All of a sudden you're like, oh, that wasn't a big deal. Oh, that went pretty easy. Oh, wow. The assignments are real. I'm going to do a reel and a live today. You know what I mean? I'm going to do 2 things, right? And I think, we're just stronger together. I know that for a fact. Yeah. Like, we're stronger together as a team. We're stronger together as a group, right? We have each other's back. I mean, and no one's going to mess with us, right? Like, look out, world, because we are going to go out and do some great things together. And I hope everybody raises their hand and says, like, I want to do this, Carrie. Frank, I'm in. Put me in this chat. Like, I'm going to face my fears with you. I'm going to be accountable with you. Like, I'm going to actually go for this and just see what happens. And if I don't like what happens in 30 days, I can go back to doing what I've been doing, right? but what if you do like it, right? What if your business doubles and triples? What if, you know, you hit a couple rank up bonuses, or, you know, you just go crazy on both sides of the plan? And that's my hope for everybody.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's just about pushing through, right? And, you know, I really believe that for a lot of us, sometimes we just need that little push, you know, that's going to push us out and keep us stretching and keep us growing. And, you know, I just feel that, you know, even to a lot of you guys, like, this is a totally new thing. You've never been involved in direct seller network marketing. You know what I mean? It's like it's a totally new thing, and we get that. But I just want to encourage you that, man, I think about the times in my life and my business that I had to stretch and grow. I mean, it just helped me just kind of just, I don't know, just reinvent myself. And I really want to kind of give you guys also permission. You know, so I'm 48 years old. I know a lot of you guys are different ages and all that. But, you know, even a couple of years ago in my business, I decided that I wanted to give myself permission to reinvent myself. You know, the reality is that you can be whoever you guys want to be in this business. And I actually did an exercise for myself, and I got out a piece of paper and I wrote down, like, you know, I really looked at, like, what's kind of like what would be the best version of Sarah Zolecki. And I just wrote all those things down, and I just decided, well, start acting that way on that page. And it was scary to me, and it was weird, and it was like awkward, and I kind of felt almost unauthentic for a while. But what happened is that once I started doing that, I kind of made this reinvention of me. And I just decided to quit telling the story that I've been telling myself for so long, that I wasn't good enough, or I didn't know enough people, or what if I mess up, because I was like a struggling perfectionist. You know what I mean? I was more afraid of success than I was failing. I never worried about failing. I always worried about, well, what if I bring some people on board and I'm not a good leader and I don't know what to do and I can't show up right? You know what I mean? Like, I was on the other side of that, right? And so I just decided to hang up all that stuff. I used to say, I'm like, I hang it all up. Like, I don't have to carry it around anymore. Like, none of that has to be my truth, right? Like, who do I want to show up as? And so, guys, I reinvented myself. Some of you guys, you got to reinvent yourself. Like, it's okay. Like, I've reinvented myself a couple different times, you know? And I kind of joke around with people. I'm like, every year you should have to reintroduce yourself to you. If you recognize you, that means you stayed the same. We want to be continuously growing, right? Because if we're growing, we're better parents, we're better partners, we're better leaders, we're better friends, we're better neighbors, we're better citizens, right? So for me, I'm always on this constant just ladder of growing, because it just makes me a better person all the way around, right? So I don't even know why I even talked to that, but that must mean that somebody on here needs to hear and get permission that you can reinvent yourself. You don't got to stay who you are right now. You get to pick it. You get to create your story. Stop living in the story you've been telling yourself, all the things that you think. The only reason they're true, guys, is because you believe they're true. It doesn't necessarily mean it's literally true. You know that, right? So pick your truth. What do you want it to look like, and start working towards that every single day. And that's really what I've done. And I think that's the reason that people are attracted into our business is they see that constant evolution of growing and wanting to get better, right? That's a very, very attractive trait that people are looking for and they're attracted to. So I just want to give you permission to, like, go be it. You know, you just have to decide and make it happen, right?
Yep. So we got this. I mean, it's going to be a blast. We're super excited, and it's going to be a great week as we close out the month.
And the sale, we got a
sale coming at the end of the month. And then, I mean, and there's so many. I mean, there's a product coming. It'll be bigger than college, and it's going to change Theyre. It's coming like at the beginning of next year. It's going to change everything we do here, and it's going to be bigger than anybody's ever seen. Ozma's been working on it, and she's bringing it to market, and it is going to rock the world. And Theyre's going to be the only people that have it. So just get ready. Like, it is going to be like, there's so much happening in the mix. So just remember this, Like all this is coming and it's going to happen. And the more you can, just get consistent, just build the relationships, just work through, your team to find the right people, right? And we'll help you do all this. But the more you can stay moving right now, just the better situation you're going to be in when this just goes crazy and bonkers, because it hasn't yet, but it's very, very soon that this company just goes rocket ship to the moon. And when that happens, you just want to have as many lines in the water, right? To quote unquote analogy, catch the fish coming in, right? Because it's going to be absolutely everyone's going to want to be a part of this and buy our product or promote it or build a pod or build a team or do a little bit of everything. And you just want to be in a great situation that you're ready, like you're prepared, like, and you maximize it. That's the difference of maximizing this or just being a part of it. Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a lot of people at Theyre that are just a part of it. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that. But my wish for everybody is that you maximize it when it happens, because you deserve it. Your family deserves it. You deserve it. And you guys have, committed and sacrificed. So now it's like, let's make sure you get that big piece. So anyways, we love you guys. And thanks for having us tonight.
You guys, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so grateful for your leadership. And Tony, you just made us with that funner realize that you're a human just like us. And I love it.
We're very human.
That was awesome. Yes. So what does your shirt say too?
Oh,
I am the hustle. I like it.
I like it. That's perfect.
Yeah, I love it. Sarah surprised me. She's like, I got something coming for you. So I was like a kid at Christmas. Open it up. I'm like, oh, awesome. I am the hustle.
Yeah. I got an awesome shirt today, but when you order shirts online, all women, we know, you never know what size you're going to get. You think you ordered a size, but I'm like, that's not really the size. So hopefully it shrinks, but I got a shirt that said,
I might be 5'2".
It says I might be 5'2", but I have a 6'1" attitude. It's awesome shirt. It is awesome. So I can't wait to wear that one, but
I love it.
I gotta wait. It's like ginormous, and I don't know how it got so big because it's only a medium, but it's like, I don't know. It seems like a triple X or something.
So it should be on like a 6'2" person then.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Maybe I missed the memo.
I was about to put it on. She's like, do not put that shirt on.
I know. Like, you're gonna stretch it out.
Made the shirt fit the attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you so much. We will kick off the chat and we'll get it rocking and rolling like a little bit before the first. And we're excited to have you guys like in there with us. It'll be awesome. Again.
Yeah, we're going to have a bunch of fun. It's going to be awesome. So.
Yeah. All right, you guys, it's great to hang out. We appreciate you. All right, talk to you later.
See you, everybody. Have a good one.
That was pretty good. I thought they were pretty freaking amazing, right? Like, I don't know, just being able to talk to them on like a more personal level, I know a lot of you have been here a little, some of you are newer. I got to see them like on stage before. And when you see people on stage, you're kind of just like, all right, like, they're up here, I'm down here. But then Meg can tell you going in the pool with Tony and Sarah down and Frank too in Cabo. Oh my gosh, they're just like us, you guys. Like they really are.
That's what's cool, that these people, as successful as they are, they'll take that time and then meet and stuff like that. That says a lot about the kind of people that they are. Yeah. Because they can look at us like, I'm so far above, but they're not like that. They're just so approachable, easy. We were hanging out with Tony, I don't know how many times in the pool. He was on my volleyball team, so we were. Yeah. He's had a good time.
And they'll talk you guys to anyone. Like if you ever meet them, like I remember I saw a post that somebody put up recently, like, if a leader asks you your rank, like don't talk to them or something like that. Like they would never do that. Like they'll literally talk to the brand new person, anyone, they'll give you advice. They'll, answer your questions, pour into you.
And believe me, as you can see, they'll talk, they will go on. Yeah.
So
they have no shortage of what to say.
Anyone,
in a good way.
Any takeaways?
That was really cool. Thank you. Anytime I get a chance to get poured in.
For sure. I want you guys all like
inspiring.
I needed that.
Yay. Like don't feel pressured, you guys, to like go in the chat, but like if you can come in there, be a part of it, let them see your names, let them get to know you, let them see you showing up, they do remember like people's names and stuff if they see you like again in person or on a trip or at our next conference. So come in there. We're gonna just have fun. Like they said, you know, do a little bit of like daily activities, keep the business moving, stuff like that. So
are you going to make your list from when we put like I'm in this chat, or do we need to let you know again, like separately
I'll
somehow?
probably let you guys maybe throw it in the regular team chat, like when we get off of here. So I will just like funnel people in there and I'll throw you guys in, but we won't actually kick it off until after the end of the month. So you don't have to be stressed out, but that way we don't forget anyone. And if anybody straggles in closer to when we start, that's fine too.
Well, yeah, we'll start the chat early, but then we'll kick it off, you know, the end of the month.
Yeah.
I want to know what that new product is.
I
No, I
know.
was like, unmute. I want to get some questions out of that. I'm going to interrogate them.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's been coming. He told us about that.
Uncle.
He
I'm
did, right?
excited.
Meg? Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that.
Nah.
Listen, you guys see, like, Ozma is just like a freaking genius, like for real. I mean, Allison and Lori, like they can attest to seeing her on stage and just listening to her and her vision and her poise and like where she went, what she came from to where she is now. I mean, it's almost like that book, like what she touches turns to gold. Like, so I'm excited to hear what it is too. There you go. Allison has her book. Oh my God, they both have her book. Yeah. So
How did you guys get the book?
Amazon. I'll put the link in the chat.
Okay,
I
thanks.
thought Modere wasn't allowed to sell on Amazon.
no, it's not Amazon. It's an Ozma book.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It's got all serious on me.
Sorry, always start trouble.
So yeah, I know we didn't have our typical call tonight, but I was thinking tomorrow, if anybody wants, like, I'm more than happy to throw the Zoom on and even just mastermind or power hour or whatever, even for a half hour. If you guys just want to sit here and, you know, send out some messages, talk about the promo, come up with some ideas like, hey, I was thinking of doing this, or I need a post idea, or I want to do something in my stories, whatever. We do have, you know, what is it? 2 more days, right? We officially have 2 more days because it doesn't start until Thursday morning. So we'll have Thursday morning till Friday at midnight, which is freaking amazing because it's going to be through payday, you guys. So we'll be able to do the follow-ups, hit people when they're happy, all the things. So no pressure if you guys aren't available tomorrow night, but I'll throw it on. I'll record it. You know, if you guys want to like watch it later, I'll stream it to the team page. And yeah. Anyone, anything else?
I have my new desk set up and I just did my little sign. I don't know if it's backwards or not.
Says what you believe matters.
Matters.
Is that the
Mhm.
book?
No. This was from who was that woman that spoke? Carrie, the blonde with the hat.
Oh, Courtney Davis.
Was it her? I think somebody did a talk, one of our calls, and she said, what you believe matters and your reality is a reflection of your strongest belief. So while I was listening to them, I was changing my sign because I just set up my desk today and it's so cute.
Yeah, that's Courtney Davis. She always has a hat on. She's like cute and blonde. Yeah.
But I put the link for the book in the Hustlers group chat
Oh, thanks.
because, you know, after this chat goes away when it turns off. So you can get to it later.
Well, thank you guys.
For sure. It's nice
Yeah.
seeing you, Miss Jamie Lynn
Yo,
Romantic.
JLR, where the hell you been, man?
Hey, this girl had COVID pretty bad this month.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, I went away for the 4th of July weekend and then I got a little gift, I guess I should say, and it lingered and it just,
That it does linger. We were
Yeah.
lethargic for like a month and a half after.
Yeah. I'm still working on that part. I'm still taking a nap after work, you know, because I get up at 3 in. So that was tough getting back into that after a week and a half out of work. And so
Yeah, you feel like you're in like your feet are in mud or something.
and I still have a little congestion, although that wasn't the big part. I had a fever for a few days and just a lot of just exhaustion. So, but I definitely wanted to hear this evening and hop on and say hello and thank you for all your hard work y'all are doing.
Well, we're glad
Y'all
you're
are
on.
rocking it.
Yes. It's nice
Huh?
seeing you. It's nice seeing you, and you have my favorite color on.
Oh, it's my Las Vegas shirt.
Oh, I saw the pink.
It's my favorite color too.
I love it.
But anyway, I got to get it rocking, girls and guys. So we'll figure it out.
We're here, man. We're ready for
You know,
it.
I think honestly, and I don't know if the other girls are on or not, but I think part of my biggest roadblock is that I still don't feel comfortable in my own skin. And I think when y'all, I can tell that those of you who do, and I think that's a big selling point when you guys are comfortable, and you too, Frank. But I just definitely see that's a big, big, big difference in someone like me who doesn't like to get on the side of the camera, or, you know.
Believe it or not, I still hate seeing myself on camera. I hate seeing myself. I hate hearing my voice on camera.
Yeah,
I
but
do it.
seeing you
I don't
on
like
camera,
watching my
y'all look
replays
great.
that much.
It took me a long time too.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know that was an issue of mine until I did something like this.
Really?
Yeah, it's almost like if I had found or started doing TikTok, because I wasn't on it because China owns it, or started doing things like that. Like I didn't really know stories.
I love you for that comment.
You know, I didn't know that stories existed or this, and I wonder what I wonder like what I would have been like if I had been doing that prior to this. It's like, you know, like they say, it's like one thing to like do something because you just want to do it, and it's another thing to feel like you have to do it. I don't know. And then when you feel like you have to do it is when I think we get all up in our head.
Maybe.
You know?
I just feel like I've had I've had a few setbacks on my own self, you know, like health and family and death and all that kind of stuff going on, you know, things that happen in life.
Right.
And then when I see myself, I mean, I'm older, I'm going to be 59, and I'm like, oh my God, I look like an old freaking hag in pictures. And so that makes me think, and this is like I said, it's a roadblock for me, but I'm trying to promote something that's healthy and beautifying in any way you want to say, with your hair, your nails, your skin, your weight, and all that stuff. And I feel like I'm not a good salesman yet for that, because I don't see it in myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I get it.
Okay. And I know that's the roadblock. I even did a video of me 16 times taking my trim and my Trebiotic, and I look at it, I'm like, that ain't going over, that ain't going live, you know? So I got to get past it, I guess. I mean, I'm older. I guess I just have to suck it up. And
the one thing I learned, the more you do it, the easier it is. Like I said, I still hate to hear like what I think my voice sounds like and what my voice actually sounds like on a recording are two completely different things. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I sound like that, you know, but I've just gotten to the point where like, oh, well, I sound like that. I'm just going to do it, you know?
well, I'll tell you what, I look a